this whole mental abuse, this whole verbal abuse, this whole physical abuse. I don't know, man. I'm all in support of parents physically disciplining their children. Um, I know me personally. I got whooped when I was younger, and if I did not get whooped when I was younger, I don't know. I don't know where I would have been right now. I don't know what I would have been doing.
But let's be honest. What did whoopings do for you?
I'm about to tell you what it did for me. And this is why I personally, I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. Everybody can believe what they want to believe. I personally believe in it. As a young kid, not having the brain developed to the point where my brain is today, and just really not knowing any better. As
Mm-hmm.
a young kid, me personally, you couldn't tell me that what I did was wrong. Even, listen, all of us, whether you have nieces, nephews, whether you have little brothers, little sisters, we all, like, when you're talking to a younger child, you're not going to be talking to them like you're talking to an adult. You're going to try to talk to them in a way that they can understand. You're going to try to articulate yourself. If you're talking to a 3-year-old, you're going to try to articulate yourself like you're a 3-year-old so they can understand you better.
Right.
But even when you do that, and I can say with me personally, when I was 3, 4, 5, you couldn't tell me that, hey, what you did was wrong, and this is why it was wrong, and I not do it again. The reason that I learned the first time or the second time or maybe even the third time in some instances is because I got whooped. I knew that, hey, if I did such and such, I was going to get disciplined. I was going to get punished, and it was going to be in this way.
Mm.
So I thought about the belt. I thought about the hand. Like, and that's what prevented me personally from repeating certain things.
Mm-hmm.
I again, this is just my beliefs, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not saying that whatever you believe in is not right. I don't think you can tell a little. I don't think there's a lot of little kids that you can articulate to them that, hey, this what you did was wrong, and this is why it was wrong. So don't do it again.
Mm.
Like, there needs to be some, even if you don't whip them, there needs to be some sort of punishment. There needs to be some sort of discipline. I forget what the Bible verse says, but it's like, you spare the rod, something with the child. Like, and listen, I'm not trying to get all religious. Everybody believe in what they believe in. People don't believe in what they don't believe in. But I believe in God. And in the book, it talks about disciplining your child. So
But I mean, discipline is cool, Noble. I ain't. I'm not.
spare the rod, spoil the child. Thank you. Thank you, Sunset
I'm not.
Boulevard.
I'm
Thank
not.
you,
I'm
Mr.
not
Nine.
against. I'm not against. I'm not against discipline. But discipline and physical abuse is two different things.
Right,
You actually beating your child. That is a problem. That's the problem. When you beating your child, I'm talking about where they got. You know what I'm saying?
right,
Discipline is different. You're actually disciplining them and allowing them to understand that there's consequences when they're wrong. You feel what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
Physical abuse, and a lot of times people use that word discipline as a cover up. It shouldn't be no reason why you're physically abusing your child, calling it you know what I'm saying, discipline. That's
Now,
crazy.
now, and listen, I can acknowledge that there are some adults out here that, listen to all the adults, and listen, I don't have a child. Akira doesn't have a child, but to the adults in here, I think it is a problem because there are some people out here that have been abused by their parents, and when I say that,
Mm-hmm.
there are people out here that, there are adults out here that are hitting their children off of emotion. I think when you start, like, hitting your child off of emotion because you dislike something that they did, I don't think you're disciplining them anymore. That is abuse. I'm not, like, people be out here like calling their kids out their name and stuff like that. Like, I think that's a little overboard. Like, when I have kids, like, I'm not gonna be calling my kids out their name. I'm not gonna be hitting them, being emotionally impulsive and hitting them. I think you, like, crossing the line when you do those type of things. But
Mm-hmm.
like, I do personally believe, Akira, that when a child is young, I do believe in whipping them for discipline. Um, and when they get older, I don't even know how effective, like, taking things away from them is. I don't know how effective taking a phone
They
is.
get more affected by their phones being taken away than they get a whooping. I'm just gonna be honest.
You think so?
What? Yes. Kids love electronics. Electronics are kids' lives. Now,
Right.
back in the day when I was a kid,
We were outside.
we were outside. We didn't
Right.
care. We was on punishment. That's what it was called.
Right.
Their punishment now is their iPads being taken away.
Facts.
Their cell phones being taken away. You feel me? So now it's way different. It's way different now. It ain't the same as it used to be. But somebody said this to me the other day. They said you have to start raising your child the way that the world is evolving. Start raising your child the way that the world is evolving. You can't raise your child based on how you were raised. It's not gonna be effective. The world is evolving every day, so that means you gotta parent the way that the world is evolving. So if you gotta discipline your child the best way you think it's gonna be effective, then by all means necessary, then yes.